Transformers is a show that a lot of us grew up watching. Over the vast lore of Transformers, we have met several, and I mean several, enemies who are quite the formidable foes, if I do say so myself. However, not many can boast of being as unique as Starscream, the leader of Decepticon Seekers we see at the beginning of the Generation 1 cartoon. His unique ability, which marks him as an outlier, is also what makes him such a memorable enemy. So join us as we unravel everything about Starscream and what makes him so memorable. But before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Who is Starscream? Originally a scientist, Starscream joined the Decepticons after losing his friend Skyfire in battle. However, he soon realized that he did not quite agree with Megatron's leadership style. From that day forward, for the next 9 million years, Starscream took every opportunity to be a coward, betray, and lie to Megatron, just to one-up him. His constant disobedience caused significant drama throughout the history of Cybertron. Even when the war shifted from Cybertron to Earth, Starscream's behavior remained unchanged. In fact, if you examine Cybertronian war history closely, you'll see that Starscream played a crucial role in prolonging the conflict. The parting blast he delivered to the Autobots' crashed ship jostled it enough to put Optimus Prime directly in the path of Teletron 1's restoration beam, setting key events into motion. During the war on Earth, Starscream continued scheming in the shadows, always looking for a loophole to exploit in order to overthrow Megatron. Eventually, Megatron grew tired of his treachery and cast him out. In response, Starscream formed his own faction, the Combaticons, intending to build a personal army. However, his relentless betrayal caught up with him. His hand-picked soldiers turned against him. Defeated once again, Starscream was forced to crawl back to Megatron.
Starscream! I don't have to.
Shenanigans of Starscream. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would Megatron keep such a slimy, ambitious scoundrel around? Well, Megatron actually respected the hustle. He knew Starscream was a treacherous leech, but he also admired his blatant audacity, and so their uneasy alliance continued. However, in The Transformers: The Movie, 1986, everything changed, mostly for the worse. In the film, the Decepticons launched their most brutal assault on Autobot City, determined to annihilate every Autobot in sight. The battle was absolutely devastating, leaving both sides heavily damaged. By the end, most of the Decepticons were crippled, including Megatron. On the journey back to Cybertron, Starscream saw an opportunity he couldn't resist. Looking at Megatron's battered body, he seized the moment, kicking Megatron out into space and declaring himself the new leader of the Decepticons. While Starscream basked in the stolen victory, it was short-lived. Unicron, the massive planet-eating transformer, salvaged Megatron and transformed him into Galvatron, a far deadlier version of his former self. Upon his return to Cybertron, the first thing Galvatron did was incinerate Starscream to a crisp. You'd think that would be the end of Starscream, and I wish I could tell you that was the case. But nope, Starscream lived. Well, sort of. In Transformers Season 3, an episode titled Starscream's Ghost revealed that Starscream had become a spectral entity. As a ghost, he possessed the bodies of other Decepticons, desperately seeking revenge on Galvatron. Later, in the episode Ghost in the Machine, Starscream briefly regained a physical form, only for Galvatron to blast him into space yet again, leaving him stranded with no way to return. But even that wasn't the last time time we saw Starscream. Hundreds of years later in Beast Wars, Starscream's ghost returned once more, this time possessing the body of the Predacon Waspinator in yet another failed attempt to seize power from Megatron. However, this time, Starscream was banished for good. Now, I know what you must be wondering. How does he keep coming back to life over and over again? What's his secret? Well, about that. Starscream's secret. Transformers is no different from Marvel when it comes to multiverses. However, across all these realities, Starscream always seems to possess a unique ability, immortality. This is due to his spark, which can be considered his soul. Fans believe his spark is fueled by sheer spite and stubbornness, refusing to extinguish no matter how hard anyone tries to destroy it. After being killed by Galvatron, Starscream actually ended up in an afterlife for all Starscreams. There, he encountered 7 other Starscreams who had also died in their respective dimensions. Together, they attempted to find a way back to reality, ultimately creating a device known as a flip soul to achieve their goal. However, the moment it was completed, chaos erupted as all the Starscreams fought over it. In the end, our Starscream, the one we've been following, was the sole survivor. It is implied that the defeated Starscreams merged with him, making him even more powerful than before. Now, he can travel through time and space with ease. He also gained the ability to take over other beings' bodies upon returning from the afterlife. However, he longed for a body of his own. At one point, he struck a deal with the devil, known in this universe as Unicron, to obtain a new body. But as we've seen before, this body, too, was ultimately destroyed by Galvatron. Yet because his spark is immortal, nothing could stop Starscream from returning over and over again. As you might have guessed, this immortality makes Starscream one of the most powerful beings in Cybertronian history. That's why the secret maximal experiments repeatedly attempted to replicate his spark across the multiverse. However, these experiments led to the creation of Rampage, an uncontrollable Predacon X who has caused chaos for the Autobots. Marvelous verdict. Overall, this unique Decepticon truly has a special place in all our hearts. Even though we all know that Starscream is not to be trusted as he has no concept of loyalty, we love him simply because of how deliciously villainous he can be. His immortality and his exile into space, both of them together fuel his spiteful nature, which I genuinely believe keeps his spark alive. So with that being said, even if Starscream never succeeds in overthrowing Megatron, he sure as hell will keep trying until the end of time to achieve that goal. With that, we come to the end of this video. Let us know what you guys think about Starscream in the comments below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye! Oh, and if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one, and be safe out there. Thanks, everyone.